This just in. Optimus Prime, not your dad. If you define the most eagerly anticipated summer movie by the obsessive interest in it taken by its fan base, that movie just has to be Michael Bay's Transformers. I mean, not only are they dissecting every snippet of film made available to see how true it will be to the canon, they've been sending the guy death threats. These, of course, are the kids who played with the toys and watched the cartoons and never quite got over it. And I'm not here to make fun of them. For the most part. I'm at least one generation too old to get the Transformers, but I absolutely understand this level of devotion. For me, it was Johnny Quest. For comic book artist Alex Ross, it was Super Friends, and that was a cartoon so bad it looked like it was animated by raccoons. These Sons of Primes, as an article in the latest issue of Wired magazine put it, were the first generation for whom divorce was considered a norm. Add to that the almost complete lack of male role models in the 1980s, it's kind of hard to pattern your life after Rambo, after all. It's understandable why so many of them fought so hard to have actor Peter Cullen, the original voice of Optimus Prime, reprise his role in the film. For a lot of them, Optimus Prime is as close to a dad as they're ever going to get. In interviews, Michael Bay has talked about wanting to make the robots realer than they were in the cartoons, ignoring the fact that for a lot of people, the Transformers were plenty real enough already. If you think I'm exaggerating, here's a quote from that article in Wired. In 2001, a 30-year-old National Guardsman from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, legally changed his name to Optimus Prime. I really latched on to them when I was a kid, Prime said to TV reporters before shipping out to the Middle East in 2003. My dad passed away and I really didn't have anybody around. Well, as someone whose dad actually hung in there to the bitter end, let me tell you something. It wasn't all that great. My brother liked to say our dad had about as much right to be a father as a lamppost. The best thing you can do for yourselves and your loved ones is to accept this and get on with your lives before the movie opens. Because more than likely, the movie is going to suck. And for reasons that have absolutely nothing to do with how well the Transformers are treated. First off, it's a Michael Bay film. Come on, The Island? Second, they keep describing it as a movie about a boy in his car. And the boy is being played by Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf. They say you're old when you don't know who the movie stars are anymore. But in my own defense, how likely is a movie star named Shia LaBeouf? Shia still sounds like a girl's name to me, so that one, I'm just giving myself a pass on that one. And apparently in French, LaBeouf means the boof. I don't know what's stranger, that or the fact that he looks like an even scrawnier version of Tobey Maguire, and nobody says anything. It's kind of obvious. But I digress. So it's going to be about this kid and his inexplicably ready for the cover of Stuff magazine girlfriend played by Megan Fox. And I'm still convinced there's going to be a series of TV spots focusing on their romance to try to convince girls it's a love story, so they'll go. Oh, and Army guys. And then it's going to be about the Transformers. Blowing stuff up. It's going to be about blowing stuff up, and then it's going to be about Transformers. But if some of you Sons of Prime still can't make this emotional break, don't worry. There'll be lots of other stuff for you to complain about. In January, Cartoon Network is scheduled to start running an animated series called Transformers Animated, where the humor is played up and the Autobots don't even fight the Decepticons every episode. Enjoy.